feel like nowadays everybody's great start. I feel like nowadays everybody says they hate social media. They'll tell you how it's ruining the world and how much they despise it, but their screen time is like 14 hours a day. And for a while, I've been one to actually defend social media. I think it's really cool how I can go on my phone and have a system feed me content directly catered towards everything I'm interested in. I think it's cool getting a different look into celebrities and athletes, even though we are very parasocial people now. And I've always just tried to appreciate it for what it is, even though there's a lot of problems with it. But I'm not gonna lie, in 2024, social media sucks. It is not hitting like it once was. And for a while, I thought it was just from me getting older and changing interest, but now I'm realizing how bad these apps have gotten. These apps I used to actually enjoy just suck now. And it seems like they've all gone so downhill in just the past couple years. But why? Why did social media get progressively worse and worse than it already was? What switched in the past couple years where these apps I used to use all the time and love are barely even usable now? I don't know, but I think I've got an idea why. Some of these apps are definitely worse than others, but there is one app in particular that inspired me to make this video. I'm sure you can guess, it's Twitter. This app is horrible. Everybody hates Elon Musk now, but I actually used to think he was pretty cool. Like SpaceX was cool, he just does some cool stuff, but wow, he ruined Twitter. It's not even Twitter anymore, it's X. The app is called X now, the letter X. I know nobody really cares about the name change anymore and they still just call it Twitter, but I care. If I asked you, hey, have you been on a lot of X recently? Your brain is instantly going to a very not PG-13 side of the internet. But everybody knows Twitter for being Twitter, a place where you go on and see famous people type out their quirky little quotes or funny people saying some funny stuff. I love how Twitter worked before. It just worked. But now, since Elon bought Twitter, this app is terrible. Every time I go on it, I'm seeing some stuff I want to see, but majority of the time, it's nothing I want to see. And for those that don't go on Twitter anymore, this is what it's like right now. You go on there and you see some post about how they changed the like button animation, and you check it and then you unlike it. There's a bunch of random high school bathroom fights that get like 14 million impressions for some reason. And then there's videos of people literally dying. I went on Twitter the other day, first scroll, like the first thing I saw, I should have screen recorded it. The first thing I see is somebody getting hit by a car. It's not funny, but it's like, bro, what are we doing? It was like 2 p.m. I was in public and I go on Twitter to like look at some funny memes or something. And I see somebody get hit by a car. Or you go on there and you see somebody fall from like a 10-story building. It's like I just opened the app. Why am I seeing somebody die? Or it's what seems like Twitter is filled with right now, the P word. It is filled, especially the replies, they're just filled with these P-word bots. Even like popular Twitter accounts like that Corn guy, he started posting people's OnlyFans. Girls OnlyFans. I don't think he posted girls OnlyFans. But it's like you can't get away from it on Twitter. I get Elon's whole message of free speech and letting people post what they want and do what they want without the fear of getting banned, but I think Kick and X should learn their lessons right now. If you give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile. When you give people the freedom to say whatever they want and do whatever they want,
all hell breaks loose.
Most of the stuff that's on Twitter, there's weird Discords and Reddit pages to go see people die, if that's what you're into. There's just no reason for it to be on Twitter at all. I want to go on Twitter and see what's going on in the internet, what's going on in sports, what's going on in the world. I want to see funny tweets and quote retweets. It was so good how it was before. I don't know why they changed anything. Because Andrew Tate got banned for hate speech, that's why we have to change everything. There's a thing called balance, because some people want to use Twitter when it's 2 p.m. and daylight out. I know Mark Zuckerberg made Threads, which I'm pretty sure is a competitor to Twitter and like similar. I never used it. I know a lot of people that do use it, so I'm assuming it's decent enough, but I'm just not going to use it. And while Twitter is trash now, it's still not as bad as Facebook. Facebook has never been good. Hot take. I know if there's any older people watching, you're probably really offended. Facebook sucks. Cancel me, Gen Z me back. Everybody knows that, again, no offense, Facebook is the old people app, and anybody that's under 20 that uses Facebook is a little weird to me. And I don't see anything on Facebook that you can do that you can't do more efficiently on other platforms. You want to post a cool little picture with a caption? Use Instagram. You want to post short form content like TikTok? Just use TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. Maybe I'm being too hard on Facebook. Okay, it's not that bad. There's not really anything wrong with it. It's just like the old head of apps at this point. And for all of the years that Facebook has been a thing, I don't think they've made any changes besides changing their name to Meta. I could be wrong though. If I'm wrong about Facebook, put in the comments what's so good about it. I don't get it. And while Facebook to me is like the older person app at this point, which is why I don't really like it, I think Snapchat sucks for the opposite reason. Snapchat has become the most overly saturated high school feeling app ever. I'm only 19 and I feel bad about using this app sometimes. Even when you just think about the concept and the culture of Snapchat, it's just weird and hard to explain. Like, what do you really gain by sending like a weird, not set up picture of yourself like this? Or some people will send like the corner of their eye with the ceiling in the background. Like, what's the point? And while I've talked bad about the whole concept of Snapchat and how weird it is to me, it's kind of always been like that. It's not until recently where this app has somehow only gotten worse. First of all, why are the Bitmojis like this now? Why are they this weird 3D? It's so weird. They used to be so much more like simple and like look like a cartoon, and now they're this weird like 3D shit. It's so weird. And what I hope that a lot of you do not know is that Snapchat now has short form content. Snapchat has its own shorts. If you can remember back when YouTube Shorts came out, everybody was making fun of them and making fun of what's called YouTube Short Kids, and it didn't have a very good stigma around it. But now I feel like YouTube Shorts are somewhat normalized. And if you're using Snapchat shorts above the age of 12, bro, I'm concerned. I would be really concerned. And apparently if you're an influencer, Snapchat actually pays pretty well to post on your story a bunch, like just spam it. So now we got people like Baby Gronk spamming their Snapchat story and it comes up #1 on the discovery page. A lot of influencers and celebrities do this. They'll literally just post pictures and videos from their day and like, it's just, who's sitting down to watch this? Who's clicking through these random influencers Snapchat stories? It's not even like big famous people. It's like Brecky Hill and White Boy M. Are people really swiping through these D-list celebrity Snapchat stories like in the middle of the day just to see like what they're eating or where they're at? They're rich, surprised they're eating fancy food and at a fancy restaurant. It's just weird. And I think Lil Uzi worded it best on his song Erase Your Social. I ain't got no Snapchat, homie. I think it's too personal. People complain about apps like Instagram and how they portray a fake version of real life, which has some merit, but I think Snapchat is way too personal. Out of all the apps, it's 100% the most personal one, and I don't know if that's a good thing. All right, we gotta talk about TikTok. It's an app that pretty much everybody uses. Over the past couple years, it's become like the biggest app. Obviously, the biggest problem with TikTok is how bad it is for kids' brains and human brains in general, because we can't even listen to people talk anymore without having Minecraft jumping blocks gameplay right below, or Subway Surfers, and big bold subtitles right in the middle of the screen because you can't hear them, which isn't a TikTok specific problem at this point. It's pretty much just how shorts are. And even though TikTok literally like started the whole shorts revolution, it's my least favorite app to watch shorts on. Something about the feed just doesn't hit anymore, and I'm not getting fed the stuff that I actually want to see. And while I talk crap about pretty much every app out there, these final two are ones that I actually consider to still be good. I know the title says, oh, all these apps suck now. You got clickbaited, okay? Well, welcome to YouTube, buddy. There's two I still think are really good, and one of them you're using right now. It's YouTube. I love this app, and I have since I was a kid. And I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, mainly because there's no video platform that even comes close to YouTube. And just about every other app has to compete with some other app in their similar niche, but YouTube doesn't. There's no other good video apps like YouTube. And the way that YouTube took the TikTok meta and made their YouTube shorts and honestly made it better in my opinion, I think YouTube's system for getting exactly what you want to see directly on your feed is a lot better than any other app. They're willing to adapt and make changes, which is why I think YouTube will be around for a while. I know it's hard to think of right now, but I think in like 2 or 3 years, people are going to be posting on YouTube like they do on Instagram and Snapchat and all those other apps. Hot take, maybe, but I have a lot of confidence in YouTube and I think it's just getting started. And I would say the only thing I would really want to change about YouTube is their live streaming. Like compared to Kick and Twitch, YouTube is the worst easily. They had iShowSpeed and they keep selling the bag with them every time, banning them for stupid stuff. And they got Ludwig. Yay. Like no offense to Ludwig, I like Ludwig, but if Ludwig is the face of your live streaming community, that's insane. There's so many problems with it, like how the chat works, just everything about YouTube live streaming culture is horrible. And if they can get that down, they're the GOAT. It's not even close. They're the GOAT. And I'm sure they're going to add similar stuff to Twitter and Instagram. They already have community posts, but nobody uses them. But I hope if they do that, and for YouTube Shorts, I wish they would separate them a little bit more so that I'm not getting YouTube Shorts and videos on like the same thing and the community post. If they were able to like separate them all, I think it'd be really cool. But finally, my favorite app that's considered to actually be social media, because no one's really considering YouTube to be like a social media app. I love YouTube, but it's not really looked at like that right now. Instagram is the GOAT right now. I love how the posts work, and they just added something where you can post 20 pictures now instead of 10, which it was before, which is pretty cool. Instagram stories are the best. Nobody cares about your Snapchat story. And bro, the reels on Instagram are unmatched. Compared to TikTok and YouTube, which are both pretty basic clips that just feed you what they think you're interested in, which can be cool at times, but Instagram is just the funniest. Like it just has the funniest clips of all time. Like if you want to laugh while watching the dumbest reels imaginable, Instagram is the place. The comments are always just so funny, and I don't know what Instagram does to to make it like this, but it is perfect. So if you care about my opinion, I think YouTube and Instagram are the social media goats right now, and all the other ones kind of suck. Let me know what you guys think though. What are the apps that you use the most? What are the best ones? What are the worst ones? Let me know in the comments below, but that's all I've got for today. Thank you all for watching, and with that being said, I'm out of here, and I'll see you on the next one.